Reaction, and we are here on Monday Night Raw, where we know already the main event is going to be Seth Rollins versus Big E, and we are going to have a number 1 contenders match for Kevin Owens World Heavyweight Championship tonight. But to start things off, we are having pre-show matches. We're going to continue our experiments, and we have found a new tag team. Now in breaking news, Ryback left. But with the guys I'm not 100% happy about keeping. I'm just reducing them down to pay-to-appearance contracts. And Ryback was one of those guys. Someone snapped him up. Oh well. The problem was I had him and Griffiths as a tag team that were going to be a bit of a heavyweight force. Maybe get a title match in the future, but not necessarily long-term plans. But doing this little experiment, I found out that Griffiths and Curtis Axel have good chemistry as a tag team. So that could be Griffiths' next direction. Curtis is on the verge. He is still in the Intercontinental Tournament, which is down to the final 16. No, 17 by the end of the night, because there's still one match to go. Couldn't do that match tonight. That match would be Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. They've been Baron Corbin is in the number 1 contenders match. So it's a nice solid match to start things off. We mixed it up. Nobody was terrible together. I just needed to give Crews and Young new gimmicks. Young is more than likely going to be just sent on holiday for a couple of months, so I can repackage him to something good. He's got 0 momentum. He's just awful at the moment. So yeah, we're going to probably look at doing something with it. We then had Jay Lethal defeat Brad Pierce, who was really good last week. A couple of good matches, so to see how good he is for some of the more what you call indie guys. System X picked up another victory. They're just being built up slowly, and that's the best way to put it. They're not really over yet. Like Tyler Bate still gets negative crowd reaction, so yeah, we've got a bit of work to do for him. John Morrison defeats Freddie Yeh, and that'll be the next. And they have good chemistry together, so that worked quite well, so I'm happy with that one. A nice solid match. And in another little experiment tag team match, we had Justin Gabriel, Rocky Romero pick up the win over Xavier Woods and NXT talent. Bo Dallas Titus O'Neil went to DIY. Yeah, I know DIY are a tag team. I ran out of teams for this experiment this time around, but still, it worked. And in the final match, Big Cass defeated Rhino. Actually, I think there's one more match. Yeah, we put the Shining Stars picking up a victory over Bollywood Boys. We just got to wait. A bit like System X, there's a lot of work to do for those two. Going into our main show, Triple H brings out Kevin Owens, the champion, and he states that Bray Wyatt has been defeated and he will not be getting another title match. And we throw Bray Wyatt in there just because he is great. Triple H then announces that Kurt Angle has impressed in recent weeks, and we've got a little deal on the side, so he will have a chance in this main event. And Daniel Bryan says, well, I want a chance. Triple H says, well, in the interest of fairness, you can have a match because you haven't got involved in my title business recently. Just remember that. I'd also like to introduce the former champion, Kofi Kingston, coming up. And I would like to offer Del Rio, Roderick Strong, and it was going to be Baron Corbin, but you can't put 9 people in this, a chance at this match. So that's going to be the 6-way. Kurt, Bryan, Kofi, Del Rio, Strong, and Baron Corbin. As you notice, there's a lack of a few extra big names, so the winner would seem quite clear. But if you think about it this way, those 4 are all former champs on my game. I know Kofi never in real life, but 3 in real life too. And then we jumped into a IC qualifier match where Fifth Blue 6 picked up a win over Alec Rowan. And yeah, it's not the best match, is what I mean. We have a few weaker matches in the tournament, and this is always going to be one of them. Chris Jericho then brings out the Certified G's. He's discussing how they were once the powerful team that could beat everyone, and they say they will prove that again when they finish off the Young Bucks and take back their tag titles. And the Young Bucks come out and just sort of like, we were here for like a month, bros, and we took your title. We could beat any tag team on this roster, and we'll prove it tonight. And once we've done that tonight, we will retain these titles against you at WWE Backlash. And Big Cass is improving, and Enzo is also developing. A nice solid segment. We gave the Young Bucks wow. The Bucks are just amazing on this game. They got a 78 out of American Alpha. That is good because I did want to start pushing American Alpha. Looking at probably late year, we're in May, as you can see up here. I'm thinking in the October-November run to maybe have a tag team title shot. I need them to have a few wins here and there. I know it doesn't help, but we can see that they did really well. They're getting better tag experience as well. The Jacksons were holding back. They're all holding back, but there's no inconsistencies, so I may be using this a lot more. And after the match, the enemy state came out and attacked American Alpha, continuing to try and make their statement on the tag team division. Not the greatest segment, but we're building, right? And then we jumped into a tag team match. Now, this was designed to move both the title matches on. We had The Miz and Jinder Mahal beat Alex Riley with a figure four. As you can see, Riley and Jinder are around 50s. Dolph and Miz are in the 80s. There's still a 75 rated match. Let's move the TV title on. This has gone down because I can build this up with an interview segment between Ziggler and Miz easily. They're that good together. Then we actually have Kurt Angle come out. He's like, I hear all these rumours on the internet about why I turned and beat Roderick Strong after he got the lucky win over the former Olympic champion. But the truth is, I'm tired of these young punks. They come into this business, they think they can take my spotlight, my titles, my history books, my legacy, everything that I've earned with a couple of wins. Roderick Strong is no different. He's been here, a year? And what's he won? Nothing. When I was in my first year, I had won 2 titles. I was ready to become world champion. And I want to be world champion again, and I will step on whichever younger talent gets in my way. Now Roderick comes out and said, we all respect you, Kurt. You were brilliant in your heyday, and you're still great now, but you need to pass the torch to us so we can continue on being the best talent in the ring. So we are going to tease at continuing this. Roderick is still in it right now, and Kurt is not. I do have plans for Kurt in the long run, so we're going to continue on. We then have Ty Dillinger and the Usos losing to Carlito in the enemy state. Again, I'm continuing to give the enemy state the little push I want. And I'm doing a perfect 10 storyline between Ty and Carlito. A host of improvements, but Jimmy got a little injury. I wonder whose fault that was. Nobody's fault. Good. And Carlito continues his attack on Ty Dillinger. Roman Reigns is interviewed by Chris Jericho about his upcoming match against Randy Orton. Just sort of saying he's beaten everyone. Triple H just likes to handpick people for me to beat, and this will be no different. I'll put Randy back in his place, back in Triple H's back pocket, like the little bitch he is. I am the master now. This is my ring. This is my my yard. This is my title. Whoever wants it is going to have to absolutely destroy me for it. So, Pharaoh's coming up really strong. And Jericho doing good mic back. And in our match, yeah, it was Daniel Bryan was going to win. He's got a 96 for in-ring performance. This is an 83 match with Aaron Gordon in it. Yeah, quality round really. Roderick Strong's third best performer in that match. Also great. A nice little 15-minute match. We can just check some negatives here. Anything there? Just the angles for the Del Rio. Both getting old basically. Yeah. Daniel had to win this match. I need Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens in that point of view. The rest, I believe, Owen, Roderick, and Cody are still in the Intercontinental thing. Baron's still in the first round, so we'll see where he ends up. But Cody and Roderick are still in it. He actually beat Kurt and Del Rio. That's a great match. Daniel Bryan celebrates in the ring as Kevin Owens appeared on the Titantron, clapping his hands, congratulating him, holding up the Universal World Heavyweight title. So this is a little timing match now. This is another independent match. Pelican Jr. advanced to the next stage by beating Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, nice little cruiserweight bout now. I got to do something with Pelican. I think he is somebody who's going to be phenomenal. So we're going to plan that. Going back very often, you can see Roderick's improvement. Roderick is one of the 3 or 4 I handpicked off Raw. I want to improve a lot. We then have Dolph Ziggler bumping into the Miz backstage, and John Morrison walks by and just sort of looks and thinks, well, I won in this title match. Like, you two are great, and I should have a chance at this. And they just both look at him and go, well, you're not even in the Intercontinental title match tournament anymore. Maybe you should just learn to be like the Miz and follow him. Like when you were the tag team. He's a former champion. You had US titles against him, and since then you've just been losing. And the Miz has become one of the most popular skills in wrestling. So we're sort of saying both Flag and the Miz about this, and saying that Morrison needs to do something to change. You can see there's a potential heel turn coming. And the main event, they don't click. It's slightly disappointing, but still to get an 85 in a don't click match. Seth Rollins defeated Big E. Yeah, a bit disappointing that it didn't click. Big E is inconsistent. Need to improve that. And afterwards, Dean Ambrose joins Big E to beat down Seth, but Finn Balor makes the save again. And he won't let his tag partner get beat down before their big match and the potential Money in the Bank qualifier between Finn. This is a Money in the Bank qualifier type match where it's Finn and Seth, but only Finn can get into it versus Dean and Big E, so they both get in if they win. I think we're going to get a strong 80 for this show. We got an 85, that was great. We're going to head back to that main screen and see what we have in the news. And we are back to the main screen, so let's see why Al Snow is retiring. Al Snow is definitely retiring, which is a shame. I've got one on my way. NXT Battle Zone gets recorded but shown at a later date. And we can check how long he is injured, but I think it will only be a week. Kurt Angle is now average. He is flabby. Sounds about right. Mojo Rawley of the contracts everywhere. Eric Rowan, he needs to learn how to work. Let's do the same sort of with Mojo. We'll give him a chance to improve. We could give him some form of storyline, see how well he does. But he's going down to a pay per appearance deal. on free, so if somebody does want him, it solves my problem of keeping him on it. Elias Sampson will get a proper deal there, because we have been working on something with him. We only get 2 years. As we know, we don't really care too much about the money, because, well, we have too much money anyway. As developmental people moaning, they're more likely going to get released than offered new contracts. It's as simple as that. On the main screen, then, we can look at the medical stuff. Medical. 6 days, he doesn't actually miss a show. Now, the other thing, we know we're losing Bailey soon, and I have to ask the question, is it wrong to put a pregnant woman in a last woman standing match? Because that had already been put in. I don't know if I can change it, or want to change it. As for the storylines, this is brilliantly hot. We will be cutting people out of this slowly, and the storyline will turn into like the last 4. I feel like I should just take Rio out because he's out. Probably take Kurt Angle out as well. We'll work on that off camera. The other Continental's fine. The powerhouse is better. And now that we've seen Kurt Axel, we're happy. Everything else is fine. We're good. We're all happy with this. If we look at the creative meeting stuff, who is hot? We usually have Ethica on there, who hasn't really done much recently. Darren Young, as I said, probably going on holiday. Otherwise, that is going to finish this show. We'll be back with SmackDown next time. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed it all.